That was great. Hi, we're in like video 5 of me making blog post prefaces videos for my 1,000 videos project. I'm uploading all of these on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. It should be fun. Uh, the mom's like really getting into the role now. She did the countdown in like a broadcaster voice that's really funny, so that's why I was laughing at the beginning of the video. Anyway, this is a post about jobs. It probably will make people upset. I want to talk, instead of an introduction to the post, about things I've talked about with people about this post since then, since I put it out. So the first person who contacted me after this job post went up was either Mike Kurtziel or Adam Evers, who watch or read almost everything I put out, which I love. Thank you guys. I always love having conversations about stuff that I make with you. But I don't remember even what the conversation was about. But I just know that it was like, this seems a little outrageous, which is a pretty typical response to my blog posts. I just had a conversation with Tom last night that really made me excited to make this particular video. My friend Tom is a theologian. He's getting his PhD in something related to the Bible, and he and I had this really long debate at VI last night over way too many cups of coffee about whether or not jobs are just intrinsically valuable, just like doing something, working. And we talked about the way human productivity has changed over time. Like early on in human civilization, it made sense for everyone to be working all the time because very little got done from just a raw, the wealth that is created standpoint. Like there were no billionaires 10,000 years ago, right? But now things are very different. One person can create a whole lot of wealth and abundance in their lifetime with just the effort they put in, whether through investment or through starting a company or through a variety of other things. And so the prediction when this phenomenon first started happening in the early 1900s actually was that productivity will rise by such an amount that by the 90s everyone will work 10 or 20 hour weeks, and only if they want to. Anyone who doesn't want a job can just play around all day. And that was put forth by economists in the early 1900s just based on this trajectory. And what has happened instead is kind of confusing, and I think might prevent what I post below and describe below, the end of jobs, from ever happening. I think what's happened is that we have gotten better at doing things, but at the same time, especially Western culture has this really enthusiastic pro-jobs attitude, shall we call it, for lack of a precise term, that it's just doing work is in some cases the most important thing you can do in life, and it makes you a person, and it makes you worthy of respect and admiration, and your contribution to the world is your work. And if you don't go to work every day, or if you remain unemployed for a long time, that's people look down on that, to put it simply. I think that attitude is probably the reason that none of us work 10-hour weeks now. Instead, we've just opted for this insane productivity ramp. Even though our pay hasn't increased since the 70s, productivity continues to increase, just because we would rather continue to be productive, even if it doesn't pay us more, even if there's no purpose other than productivity itself. We continue to value productivity on its own. And so I think the end of jobs may never happen. I may just be completely wrong in this post, which is not the best pitch for why you should read it. But I think it's fascinating that it may have nothing to do with solving actual problems, which is what we think jobs are now. It may have nothing to do with getting paid, bringing home bacon, and providing for your family. It might just have to do with keeping busy. People, I think, might just value busy work, and that makes me uncomfortable. So you should read the post below, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts about it. It's about the way automation will replace most of what we do today, what we spend our time on, and will leave us in a place where if we have jobs in the future, they will look very different because we won't be able to do the same things. We won't be able to do the things that are boring or can be done by computers, because we will have replaced those jobs with computers. The argument that I hear about AI replacing jobs is that horses didn't end up with new jobs when cars came along. They just were unemployed, and that's what people think will happen with AI. But I think it's perhaps more likely that, like the Industrial Revolution, there just won't be people who do certain types of jobs anymore, and there will instead be a lot more people who do different types of jobs, because humans are going to always want to do jobs, apparently. At least most of them. So those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the blog post. I'll see you in the next video.